Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Alif Hashimi bin Muhammad Asri. My matrix number is 17, DIB 19F 2048.
And Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Hafiz bin Muhammad Shahar. My matrix number is 17DIB 19F2022.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Syarif Islam bin Muhammad Yusof. My number matrix is 17DIB 19F2036.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Akmal Azim Mendin. My number matrix is 17.IB 19F2044.
I would like to explain Islamic Financial Service Act 2013, an act to provide for the regulation and supervision of Islamic financial institution, payment system, and other relevant activity entitles and the oversight of the Islamic money market and Islamic foreign exchange market to promote financial stability and companies with Sharia and for related consequential or accidental matter.
Now I'd like to explain about the Islamic Financial Service Board. The Islamic Financial Service Board is an international standard setting organization that promotes and enhances the soundness and stability of the Islamic financial services industry by using global prudential standards and guiding principles for the industry. Broadly defined to include banking, capital markets and insurance sector, the IFSB also conduct research and coordinates initiatives on industry-related issues, as well as organize roundtable seminars and conference for regulator and industry stakeholders.
Now, I would like to explain about Islamic banking in Malaysian financial sector. Islamic banking refers to a system of banking that complies with Islamic law, also known as Sharia law. The underlying principles that govern Islamic banking are mutual risk and profit sharing between parties, the assurance of fairness for all, and that transactions are based on an underlying business activity or assets.
Now, I would like to explain the issues that affecting the financial services. The first issue that we highlighted is liquidity. Islamic banks are operating with a limited set of short-term traditional instruments, and there is a shortage of products for medium to long-term maturities. One reason for these shortcomings is the lack of markets in which to sell, trade and negotiate financial assets of the bank. There are no venues for securitizing dormant assets and taking them off the balance sheet. In other words, the secondary markets lack depth and breadth. An effective portfolio management strategy cannot be implemented in the absence of liquid markets, as opportunities for diversification become limited. Since the needs of the market regarding liquidity, risk and portfolio management are not being met, the system is not functioning at its full potential. There is growing realization that the long-term sustainable growth of Islamic financial markets will depend largely on the development of well-functioning secondary markets and the introduction of liquidity-enhancing and risk-sharing products.
For the next issue is about technology. Technology is another challenge as Islamic banks are competing in highly development technology market that utilize a wide range of sophisticated banking products. The problem is not only in the adoption of technology but in the preparation of a suitable environment that will enable them to utilize the technology in order to compete effectively. The globalization also imposed a challenge on the Sharia authorities in Islamic banks in the issuing of fatwa required in the rapidly evolving international financial market.
The next issue facing by Islamic financial services is limited scope. In the absence of debt markets, underdevelopment of equities markets and lack of derivatives market, financial intermediaries play a critical role in the provision of Islamic financial services. Financial intermediaries not only are the main source of capital, and risk mitigation, but also are expected to undertake activities with wider scope. The changing global financial landscape will require Islamic banks to go beyond their traditional role as commercial banks and develop areas such as securities, risk management, and insurance that are either lacking or functioning on limited scale. The distinction between traditional commercial banking and investment banking is getting blurred, and there is a global trend to mix financial services with non-banking services. Although this trend is prevalent in major industrial economy, it has not been embraced by many of the emerging markets where Islamic finance is practiced.
Now we go through to the last issue that we highlighted in this presentation. The issue is weak risk management and governance framework. Several studies had identified weakness and vulnerabilities among Islamic banks in the area of risk management and governance. Operational risks, which arise due to the failure of system, processes, and procedures, is one area of concern. Weak internal control processes may present operational risks and expose an Islamic bank to potential losses. Governance issues are equally important for Islamic banks, investors, regulators, and other stakeholders. The role of Sharia boards bring unique challenges to the governance of Islamic financial institutions. Similarly, human resources issues such as the quality of management, technical expertise, and professionalism are also subject to this issue. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, for my last part is conclusion. Islamic finance has recently received considerable attention in academics and policy making. Started over 3 decades ago in the form of commercial banks, the financial activities conforming to Islamic law or Sharia has spread to investment banking, project finance, capital markets, insurance, wealth management, and microfinance. Although Islamic finance has survived well despite the obstacle and skepticism of the critics, it continues to face many challenges. This presentation argues that at the present pace of growth and weak infrastructure, the industry will face challenge in achieving sustainable growth. On the contrary, if necessary policies measures are not taken, the industry may be adversely affected. The immediate need is to develop instruments that exchange liquidity, to develop secondary money and interbank markets, and to perform asset liability and risk management. Its future growth and development will depend largely on the nature of innovation introduced in the market. That's all from us. Thank you.